Hello everyone, I'm Exodus from Hong Kong. Currently I'm supporting as the IU North Chair of North Hong Kong and the co-NOC of Hong Kong, and I'm also supporting in some dark sky advocacies, science communications, and interdisciplinary science research about astronomy and dark sky protection. So today we'd like to share some experience about the dark sky protected approaches. How could we promote more science communicator or interacting with people from different disciplines, different stakeholders to have some consensus or some science communication or some interactions or collaborations to promote or to launch some approaches for building up dark sky community or to raise more people awareness about the seriousness of urban light pollutions or artificial light at night ALAN in the societies through some public educations or some approaches. So let's see. Okay, so today my focus would be related to some of the. So today my focus would be related to some interactions with stakeholders from other disciplines. So So this is my abstract for more information about the recent seriousness of light pollutions we are facing with, affecting our wildlife, some sustainability issues, and living qualities. So there are different festivals or celebrations about dark and quiet sky. For example, by IAU Office for the Astronomy Outreach, and also some IAU Dark Sky ambassadors, International Dark Sky Association with some International Dark Sky Week. And there are also some campaign, for example, the UNESCO International Day of Light, International Observe the Moon Night, and also some awareness about the seriousness of light pollution affecting the wildlife. So let me simplify with some examples of uh, the uh, more usual light pollution that we are facing with in the central city. For example, the artificial lighting that affecting our observation of astronomies. So further on about the skylight show in the Victoria Harbour, you can see in Hong Kong, affecting the observations of some sidewalk astronomy, which is really strong. There are a lot of strong light affecting and reflecting through the cloud, and especially in some foggy weather. Another one would be related to the sky glow, which is actually a diffuse light sources. So some strong light reflected will affecting some wildlife, for example, some firefly, and also uh, some um, some birds, bird migration. They're affecting the navigations of the light sources and providing some research for some light life animals. Some glare or trespass, so disturbing the light animals. So there are some approaches, for example, tourism in some countries. They're trying out to integrate some traditional dark sky observations and some local tours. Especially under COVID, there are more local tours in different countries. So you can clearly see where's Hong Kong. So you can see a really spike spot in Asia, really significant comparisons to other dark sky places. So uh, we really wish to promote the dark sky awareness through, for example, astro-tourism. So this is actually a light pollution map in Hong Kong, produced by HKU Department of Physics. So you can see in some places, for example, in Hong Kong Space Museum, at the Tsim Sha Tsui. Tsim Sha Tsui is actually a places in the city center. Many skyscrapers and some tall buildings. So you can see that it's almost is more than 10,000 times brighter than the darkest sky. So comparing to the dark sky protected region, it's really serious. We rarely see, uh, we cannot see the Milky Way, with naked eye, and we rarely see the seasonal constellations easily, even in a really clear environment and light sky. So we have to go to some suburban areas or some rural areas or some country parks in order to see the night sky. So there are different types of H2ism. The first one is uh, the dark sky spots. We are looking for some places which is really good for stargazing, providing really good qualities uh, for the general education for public education to allow people to know more about the stargazing manner and uh, and also science communications. We have some places, for example, Astro Park, to allow people to know more about some ancient Chinese astronomical instruments. And we have some observatory to provide some workshops for astrophotography and some astronomical observations. So another one in contrary, actually we can also launch some field trips, not for stargazing or sidewalk astronomy, but focusing on light pollution. So we call light pollution field trips. Actually allow people to understand the artificial light at night, which is actually about the urban light pollutions, to experience different types of light pollutions. More than that, we could invite people to engage in some citizen science projects, grab at night to have some measurement of uh, the uh, the light sky brightness, comparing in different places, the sky quality, and some star walking in central city regions allow people to have some observation of light sky and interaction with other astronomy enthusiasts. So it's really important. Some places are considering to set up some international dark sky parks. So it's highly recommend for some really some places with really great facilities for the dark sky facilities and approaches supporting by law regulations or some local community supports. So it's highly recommend to apply for the IDA, the International Dark Sky Associations, on on setting up dark sky park or setting up some dark sky community. So there are many successful uh, examples. So more importantly for people, we always talk about some stargazing manner or some science literacy. So it's all about the personal behaviors. There are some guidelines how you install the outdoor lighting or to perform well the indoor lighting to affect some unnecessarily over unnecessarily exceeded light affecting the community living by or the natural environment. So making reference by the you could make reference from the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, the UN SDGs. There are more and more guidance or supporting materials for online. It's really important to build up some uh, understanding about the stargazing manner in order to provide a respectful and inclusive uh, opportunities and a platform for people to communicating science through astronomy. So there are many citizen science projects, even after, especially after the COVID, so the COVID pandemic. So, for example, the Sky Brightness Monitoring Network, Government Nights, their different campaign through all night to supporting some scientists to have some research, understanding different places, how serious their night pollutions. So some bottle skills for some understanding of the measurement of brightness of light sky and figure of one. And this is my sharing. And feel free to email me for more informations. As currently I'm really supporting in some dark sky protections, advocacies, and international cooperations for different disciplines to gather people from different disciplines, for example, astronomers, educators, some enthusiasts, environmental experts, some businessmen, or some experts on uh, geophysics, or some research about some space. For example, light pollution is not only focusing on the uh, the light pollution in the underground. It also includes some examples. For example, some satellites, mega satellites, causing some artificial, unnecessary light pollutions, affecting our living environments. And it will be a contrast, but we are always willing to have some open discussions or science uh, dialogues to allow people to have some roundtable discussions about how could we strike a balance between economic development of space exploration and also to protect our night sky. It's not only about not only affecting our astronomical observations, but more importantly affecting our living qualities, our sleeping quality, affecting the like of animals, different species that might be extinct, or some endangered species that might be affecting by the light pollutions, uh, affecting the survival. And really wish, if you have more information, if you really wish to know more about some campaign, please feel free to email me. Or if you have some really great ideas that you would like to have some interactions or to have some discussions, please also feel free to email me for more information. And thank you, everyone. I wish you have a great opportunities, great chances to have some online gathering or some face-to-face interactions through the IAU General Assembly. Thank you.